Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got a banger for you today. Down here at the bottom right side, it's Storm Gaming's MaxPax. And in the top left side, it's Basilisk's Reynor. Saying good luck, and playing Protoss. That's right, guys. He is playing random. MaxPax, of course, does not know what faction he is. And he's already scouting. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've got hiccups. I've got hiccups at the start of the series. MaxPax is, of course, scouting for proxies there before going for that low ground gate. Now, this is the just the last week's, I believe, week 167 of the EU Weekly Cup. Now, for those who don't know, Reynor, he did a stream a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. It's like quite a while ago, playing Terran, and we did a view of it, a first-person view kind of cast of him playing Terran, learning Terran for the first time, where he beat Harstum, he beat Estrella on the ladder. Really sick TVP performance. And we were saying, and like, hey, he could be our first random champion in StarCraft 2. I feel like, I'm not saying he's better than everybody, but he could beat just about everyone with all of his races. If he works on it, he could be a beast. And I kid you not, like an hour after that video went live, Reynor turned on his stream and it was playing random in the EU Weekly Cup. And I was like, oh my god, you're kidding me, that's so sick. So he went through, and he actually had a really good run in that one. I can't remember who he ended up getting beaten by, but basically every week it's tradition now. Reynor signs up for the EU Weekly Cup, and he just goes and plays random and does crazy strategies and sees how he goes. Now, I believe the week before this, he ended up running into MaxPax. He's obviously proxying, by the way, as Reynor, and lost because he got Protoss a few times, so he lost a few PvPs. The week before that, he did really well. I think he beat Big Gabe, winning a PvT versus Gabe and a Zerg versus Terran to 2-0 him. He also lost a series to, I don't know if it was Gabe or Clem or Spirit, one of those guys. It was definitely, I remember he got Terran a bunch of times as well. So he's still struggling with the mirror matchups, but we've seen him able to win like the occasional map here or there. And basically I want to check in and see what goes on. And this is a really tough, call, getting PvP to start. He's going to try and chrono adepts from a proxy gate and that gate at the same time. This probe's going to come back in for MaxPax, and he's not going to be able to deny it. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So MaxPax sees exactly what's going on. Now, it's not too big a difference economically speaking. The Nexus is about 30 seconds behind. Reynor does block him out of getting inside the base, which should stop him from scouting. And as long as MaxPax is good on door duty, he should be fine. Behind this, though, Stalker is building from that second gate. And he's going to let that probe in because he's got nothing to kill it right now. Oh, that's unfortunate. So the probe's going to come in. But at the same time, distracted is MaxPax. Oh, okay, Adepts need to go to the top. He's going to get blocked if he goes through there. But no, he actually is doing okay. Reynor gets in. He gets 3. Can he get 4? Oh, yeah. 5 probes? No way. Oh, okay, 4 probes it is. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. Meanwhile, though, MaxPax probe survived. In the base, is still getting full scouting. But the new Adept and Stalker are coming across the map. I think Reynor needs to chrono probes like a mad lad right now. Unfortunately for him, not hiding the information. This is a huge mistake. Reynor needs to deal with that. You can see he's rallied the gateway to that unit now, but he's not there just yet. And oh, the Shade gets in. If he micros that correctly, yeah, he can kill a bunch of probes. This is really nice play by him. Unfortunately, though, 2 Stalkers and an Adept and a Zealot are counterattacking across the map. He doesn't have much to defend that right now. Warp Gate is not done. His probes need to pull back to the high ground. They're going to try and fight. Reynor's got his Adept in there, but the battery finishes. Unfortunate. Here we go. Probes have to evacuate from the low ground. Did he not lose any yet? He's only lost 1 probe and 2 Adepts this game. His own Adept is still alive, being a nuisance denying natural. There's going to be an Oracle coming in soon, so Reynor needs to get back in control of his natural expansion. He's got a Stalker on that side as well as 3 Stalkers on the high ground, so he has the bigger army right now, but that probe is still alive in the back of his base. You're kidding me. Oh my god, this is absolute chaos. Reynor's doing a really good job of using the random advantage. Keep in mind, guys, you don't need to be as good in the mirror matchup as your opponent. You need to be as good with the random advantage, which is they don't know that they're in a mirror matchup for the first 30 seconds or a minute till they scout, whereas you do. Oh, this is unfortunate. Reynor losing a few Stalkers unnecessarily here. With better micro, he could have lost no Stalkers. He's going to be able to get it, I believe, but maybe not. MaxPax could get out of there. No, does get hunted down. Oracle comes in, though. 3 Stalkers on top of it pretty quickly. But that Oracle could go in the main base. There's a shield battery there. MaxPax getting even more damage done. But Reynor's on 35 probes. Reynor is on 35 probes and his blink is on the way. So he's actually up in workers. What? The Oracle almost goes down to this Stalker. Has MaxPax found the gateway? He still has not found the gateway. So MaxPax is actually behind in this game. There's 2 gates coming up as well as a Twilight and a 3rd gas. Reynor's already got his natural fully saturated. I'd like to see Reynor take a 3rd base nice and early, but he's got to be wary. There is double Oracle out, and he's not left defense at home. Oh, Reynor, and he's a little supply blocked right now as well. Reynor's going to go for a counter pressure. 6 Stalkers versus 2, definitely in his favor, but the shield battery not really enough to overwhelm. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, he's so greedy. He was so greedy. He did not think there'd be another Oracle that got built. Oh, this is unfortunate. The Oracle doing so much damage. As that one runs out of energy, the battery will be able to protect them. But that other Oracle can get these guys since there's no battery down there. And Reynor goes from economic advantage to being behind. He's going to blink in, though. Knows that the blink advantage is there. He's going to start picking off probes, trying to equalize. Reynor is really skirmishing very well with MaxPax right now. Stalkers go by into the main base. Oh, the Void Ray pops out at the perfect time. He actually blinks on the Stalkers. He's going to try and get the Void Ray. And it looks like, no, he's not going to be able to get it. The Stalkers are getting picked off, man. 2 of them could blink out, but oh, he's just a bit too busy. Reyn is very good mechanically, but this is, of course, a tough position to be in. He blinks that one out, blinks one out of the main as well, but now he's lost 13 probes and 6 Stalkers this game. He starts a 3rd base. I don't think it's irrecoverable, but definitely a rough spot to be in. Reynor starts a Forge as well. MaxPax has an Oracle in the top right side of the map, and MaxPax definitely in the lead now, but no 3rd for him just yet. He's going to take that gas and then move out towards the 3rd base. Man, I'm getting so excited. I got like a little bit of a runny nose here. I'm just like, woo, PvP. What I'm excited by is that these are pretty technical situations, and Reynor's doing so many good fancy maneuvers. He's shut down both Oracles now. His 3rd is up a good 20 seconds quicker, but no Robo yet. Oh no. And MaxPax still hasn't found the gateway. Can you believe it? How? How? What the hell? Oh my God, this is one of those games. Okay, finally. I was like, if he gets to see everything except the proxy gate, that'd be so irritating. Reynor's going to dive here on the Nexus. He might have the numbers to cancel it. He's up 4 Stalkers. Void Ray and Stalker's a little out of position. MaxPax has to cancel. But there's no Robo. You got to start a Robo right now, Reynor. Oh my God, you've left it too late, dude. He does come in, catches 2 probes. Void Ray doing what it can. Oh, good. Good focus fire by Reynor, but he's already lost 2 or 3 Stalkers, so good defense by MaxPax. He's got a pylon on the other side of the map. Expect DTs to warp in there any second, guys. DT Shrine will finish soon. Robo, or Dark Shrine, I should say. The Dark Templar Shrine. No, it's just called the Dark Shrine, pig. See? Dark Shrine. Dark Templar Shrine? I mean, it is technically a Dark Templar Shrine. That's just describing it rather than using its name, though. Robo's on the way, and he's not warping in DTs. MaxPax. Oh my God, MaxPax is missing a golden opportunity right now to just straight up win the game. Stalkers, he doesn't have vision of those DTs warping in, man. So we could see that. Reynor cannot. Oh, the blurry boys are coming in, guys. Has Reynor noticed it? Oh, no, I don't think he has. He was trying to do a Stalker run by at the same time. He's done a lot of things very well. Something you learn when you're against MaxPax or Hero is you never... Oh, he notices now, but oh no! Oh no! He realized just a second or two too late. If he blinked in front, he could have protected it to let the Observer get out, and he would have been fine. Reynor was actually ahead a lot on the economy in this game. The 3rd base was so delayed for MaxPax. He's trying to hug it, but he needs to start cannons. Yeah, it's too late, man. I think he's gonna have to tap because he's trying to push that Dark Templar off the side of the building by spam clicking it and trying to stack the probes and Stalkers up, but he just couldn't quite do it. The fact that he even had the presence of mind to do that was pretty awesome. But definitely Reynor playing like a random player, cutting corners left, right, and center. And the experienced MaxPax just caught him out there with these DTs. I mean, what have you got? You got a Robo building. Where is the Robo building? In the back of the main. Ah, okay. The Stalkers hold positioning to lock that Dark Templar in place. Cannon coming up on the 3rd. He's trying to hold on, but now here comes the main army. Main army's going to come in and overwhelm everything. Cannon will get taken out. Battery overcharge does hold on for a second or two, but at the end of the day, that DT is in there doing massive damage. These Stalkers, not all of them able to blink to the low ground, and it's just too much chaos. It shows how far ahead Reynor was, that he's still close to even in supply. It really does show just how good a position he built for himself in this game, but Got to realize as well that MaxPax has not played a lot of PvPs versus Reynor, so as he builds more experience against him, he'll figure out most of Reynor's tricks, and Reynor's going to need to build a bigger and bigger pool of things that he can kind of jump into and pull out at certain points in order to surprise his opponent. That's an Artosis pylon there as well. That Stalker going down. I like that Reynor's fighting from behind, but yes, admittedly, it's time to GG. Alright guys, going into map 2 of this best of 3. Very nice map 1 victory for Sidestorm Gaming's MaxPax. And, well, guys, they don't call it random for no reason. Reynor spawning as Zerg, a big advantage for him. But I think MaxPax is all 3 matchups planning to go low ground pylon, which is what you want against a Zerg player, so not too bad for him. Looks like he's going to once again scout for very nearby proxies, and then he's just going to go back and build a gateway. It's funny because at 25 seconds, I don't think a unit could possibly even be on your side of the map yet. So it kind of seems like a pointless scout. I don't know. Because if you send one of your very first workers, it takes 30 seconds to get from here to here. Maybe he could barely see it at like the 25-second mark, like a worker that's just come immediately at the very start. But who knows? Either way, solid opening for MaxPax, cornering probes. This is his standard versus Zerg, actually, so this doesn't really change anything. It's just going to be a normal Zerg versus Protoss for map 2. Of course, Reynor needs to win this and the next map to beat MaxPax and get to the grand finals. I believe Clem's waiting for him there. And it's kind of cool that he's playing random in all these weekly co-ops, streaming it, having a lot of fun. You guys can check him out, twitch.tv/RB_Reynor. By the way, he plays every week in that cup. And I just think it's such a treat to see a player going out and trying that thing which everyone always says is too hard. And don't get me wrong, when he gets mirror matchups like that last game, we go, oh, he's close, but I got surprised by the DTs. You know, should have built the safety robo a little bit earlier. I think it's like a learning thing as well. So recently when I was really grinding Protoss in PvP, I love skipping the robo just to get like an extra stalker or 2 out, take some good fights, get ahead. And I think the more experienced and the better you get at the matchup, the less you feel you need to be greedy and be like, I need 1 extra stalker. And you're like, just build the robo. You never know when DTs are coming. Just build the robo. Or you get better at scouting to figure out when it can and can't come. But for now, this is EVP, a matchup that Reynor is absolutely monstrous in. Looked really good versus MaxPax in, I don't know if they've played since WTL in Zerg versus Protoss, actually. But I know in WTL finals, they had a really fun back and forth map. They also had a map where Reynor just killed him, because Reynor just kills Protoss players a lot of the time with Zerg. He just goes and does those big roach shoves, queen drop, queen walk, all of those sorts of maneuvers. And it's got to be so fun for him as well, because he doesn't really know what he's going to do on that map till he gets in there. And I think there is, as a random player, it does take a bit of pressure off your shoulders if you've got the right mindset, where you're just like, hey, whatever the dice gives me, we play that. We try to cut some corners, be a bit cheeky, do whatever we can, and we just see how it goes. I think it's kind of good because you're almost like, you're tacitly accepting random chance into your performance, and that takes a certain mindset. Oh, Reynor, oh no, Reynor, he didn't put it in the right position. Oh, he didn't center the Overlord on the pillar. That's a big mistake. Reynor is not going to be happy with that. Plays random for screwing around for a few weeks. Is he shook? Is he broken as a player? Oh no. Dark Templar will be on the way, so it's going to be 3 gate. We'll chrono boost to Prism across the map as well. Protoss players have generally gotten better at taking very quick third bases with this style. And Reynor's going for a nice fast Roach Warren, so you could use that with an Evo chamber to wall off again if it was Adepts, but are we going to fake Adepts? He's building 2. If he really wants to fake the Adepts, he'll have to warp in 2 more. Warp gate's ready. These 2 gateways are transformed. So if you warp in 2 more Adepts, shade them out, it makes it look like it's a normal Glaive Adept move out. Because often you'll move out with 4 Adepts, a Warp Prism, and you'll warp 4 more Adepts in outside the Zerg base. Could be 6 more if you're going 6 gate. MaxPax moving forward. That Zergling gets cleaned up. Reynor does not have any workers on his third. A single mining boy is going to head out there. And it's double gas. 38 workers for Zerg. 40 for Protoss. And Reynor's building 2 spores, which is very wise. His Lings can chase after this and see when Warp In happens, but he doesn't want to throw too many Zerglings away. 7 Roaches are on the way. Spore is in the main. Oh, the natural in the third. No Spore in the main. He figures, hey, I know where the Warp Prism is. If it looks like he starts rotating around, I'll start a Spore Crawler, but they build in just 21 seconds. I think I can do that reactively. Roaches coming forward here. Got to get those Roaches away from those Dark Templar. Good split so far. Looks like the Adepts are going to try to shade in. But, oh, the DT's going for it. Brave Templar, man. Gets a Roach, starts to pick up some of these units, and then just pulls away. Notice that this middle ground is where Reynor does not have detection, so very annoying play by MaxPax, just utilizing this area. He could just kill the Roach Horn. That's a freebie. If he goes for it, at the very least, could force Reynor to move that. On the other side, Adept warp in just barely in time. He's going to warp in a DT as well. The DT will take out all of those Zerglings, but not before an Adept and a Probe do go down. Another Stalker warps in the choke point just to try and bait the aggro. Roach Horn's going to go down. Nice moves here by Maximus. Gets the Roach Horn. Could get the Queens, actually. Oh, but he left it too late. Left it a little bit too late. Now he's just going to pick up and get out of there. Looks like the Adept did shade in. MaxPax gets only one worker kill there. Nice Spore trick. At the end of the day, Reynor's on 51 drones, 49 for MaxPax. MaxPax there, his third base is about to complete. And what do we got? Forge coming in. He's going to go for a 4th and a 5th gateway. I imagine Blink. Yep, Blink +1. So he's just going to swap in a Blink store because MaxPax really enjoys this build order. We actually saw this recently in Pigfest. Up against... Who was he playing in the ZVP? I know he played against Ragnarok. Hero Clem. Oh, yeah, actually, it must have just been versus Ragnarok where he did this build. Oh, big damage. Ouchies. Archons do manage to get some big hits on the Queens, though. Transfuse is getting forced out of those. Shields will regenerate, as will the Queen's energy. So both sides just kind of trading renewable resources right now, not getting stuck into it with the real meat and potatoes. Equal workers, and yeah, extra gateways mean it's going to be 8 gateways in total, isn't it? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, that's just the 3 gateways from earlier. All right. Reynor showing some really good Zerg play. Now, there's a question. Does playing random, does off-racing make him worse at Zerg? And this is something I really want to hear all your thoughts in the comments, because a lot of people, when Reynor dropped out of GSL to Bunny and Dongregger, everyone was like, it's the Protoss. It's the Protoss. This is why you don't do Protoss, kids. Don't do that, Protoss. You know, it kind of, to me, it felt like a little bit like, look, he had a bad day. Maybe he wasn't that focused. And maybe the mindset that leads to him screwing around with off-racing and having fun playing random, maybe that's tied in. But I don't think off-racing itself makes you a worse player with your main race, right? Unless you are literally putting all of your energy towards studying a new race, you haven't been practicing or refining your other play, you're distracted, you're not as focused on it. That's a different thing. But otherwise, I feel like it's like there's people like, if you do the marijuanas, you'll jump out of a building because you'll hallucinate, you know? It's like, come on. I don't think so, but maybe. I definitely think there's an argument that, you know, you got to be focused on just perfecting your A game. Here we go. Roachling comes forward. Reynor looking for a big surround. He's going to chase it back. Gets a few Stalkers, but he doesn't want to chase too far as those Archons could start to hunt them down. Robobase coming up as well as Charge on the way. So it's going to be Disruptor production. A little bit of a supply block, but only for about 2 seconds. The real problem for Reynor is no 4th, guys. It feels like this is just a 3-base Ravager Baneling all in, where he's like, we have +1 range. I have 24 Banelings, 7 Ravagers. I make kill you now. And if he not make kill him very good, then he in big trub. That's how I would analyze this game with my best English, guys. DT's on that side. If MaxPax just defends this wave, he's good. And he's got a Disruptor out. It's coming down from that main. The next Disruptor didn't start. He didn't have enough gas for it. Uh-oh. Does start up now. Here we go. Disruptor's waiting in the natural. That base on the left is looking wide open, man. Oh, Disruptor goes out. He's going for the Banes. He gets a pretty good hit. Archons are there out front. Battery overcharge. Heals up a fair bit of stuff. He's going to have to fall back to that right side, though. And maybe just abandon this 4th base. You don't really need it. Taking a 4th was definitely an overcommitment for MaxPax against a 3-base Zerg. And yeah, it's going to cost him. He hasn't lost his most important units just yet. The Archon drop and the Stalker's still trying to do a bit of a fighting retreat here. Just blink away would be the way to do it at this point. Get on out of there. Maybe utilize recall, and he does. Loses 1, 2 more Roaches before he gets out. But he's got Stalker Disruptor. Reynor's only on 3 base, and it feels like Reynor here is really simplifying the matchup. He does this a lot in ZVP. The best ZVP players They have I think a real superpower is not worrying about if this should work. They just go, yeah, this might work, and they just do it 100%. I think Cyril would really hate this position Reynor's in. He'd go, dude, you're only on 3 base. Protoss is making better units than you. This is not good. MaxPax does clean up a whole bunch of units down there with the Archon drop. Stalker's trying to bait him into the balls. The balls are in the back. Reynor's got to be careful, man. Oh, no, 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 no! A giant disruptor shot, and the second one gets 2 roaches as well. And I don't know what Reynor's doing, guys. How is there not a 4th base down yet? Did he lose one earlier? No, I mean, maybe it got cancelled or something? But he's only now starting a 4th at 10 minutes, and after those disruptor shots, this is looking like MaxPax should be able to get the 2-0. That being said, he didn't rebuild his 4th, so I mean, it's still equal economy. It's all how the fight goes. Stalker's not the most efficient unit in the world, but there's no melee upgrades either. Here we go, Archon drop in the back of the natural. Ooh, very good versus Zerglings, Archons. He's going to try and drop those in the main, but a lot of multitasking needed for both Stalkers, Disruptors, and an Archon drop. Archon drop goes to hide in the back. I think that's a good choice. And if the Zerg Reynor ever pulls too many units away, he can drop those Archons, warp in 8 Zealots in the main. Suddenly you've got a big problem. You need Roaches, you need Banelings to deal with that. So yeah, there we go, he's doing it. But good Queen focus fire. MaxPax goes for the sneaky boy maneuver. Gets punished. Reynor cleans it up with just Lings and Queens. With no upgrades on those Lings, no less. But he's back on 3 base still. And it feels to me like, yeah, MaxPax take a 4th, keep building battery cannon, get a Templar Archives. Reynor and Dark both have this weird, majestic quality where I feel like they wait for the Protoss to make a dum-dum. Where they're like, Protoss always attacks because they're always worried about your Hive Tech, your Lurkers, your Broodlords. So we just don't invest in that. We make nothing but Ravager Bane, and then we wait till they move on creep. We crush their army and win the game. And right now, it is actually, like, I don't think it's looking good for him, man. I'm actually worried. But, oh, it's all about the Disruptors. Big one on the left. The other one on the right did kind of whiff. Lots of Banelings coming forward. Gets only 1 Ravager with the 3rd Disruptor. There's still one in the back. There's so many Banelings. Look at how spread out they are. Oh, great dodge on that 4th one. Those Disruptors need to get to safety. New one coming in from that side. It could be big. It could be big. Oh, Reynor completely dodges it. Stalkers plus Battery Overcharge trying to defend. Reynor says, Banelings! Banelings! Ugh. And I honestly, looking at what Reynor just did in this fight, I think I've lost my privilege as a Zerg player of saying Protoss is easy, guys. Because he did some nice spreads. But I'm pretty sure MaxPax is mad that he just lost to that. I mean, this is about as basic a strategy can get what Reynor just did here. He maybe playing a lot of random, he's been reminded of how good Banelings are. Playing Terran and Zerg, Terran and Protoss. So he's like, you know what? Maybe I should just smash 3 base Banelings in. Just see if it works. He's like, oh, it worked. Cool. This is classic abusing the traits of the race. For what those who don't know, people end up, the longer they play a race, usually tending towards safer and safer play and more like consistent. But then when someone's off racing and their ego isn't as tied to their performance, they'll go for much more high variance plays. Like, we just make, I don't know, 80, 100 Banelings on 3 base, just see if it works. And then, like, you know, they're more willing to go shrug their shoulders if it doesn't work and go, oh, well, you know, it's a bit of a fun play. But right now he's maxing on Ravagers and Banelings, or not maxing, but massing, I should say. Since he's at 155 supply, only 95 supply, and back on 2 base, MaxPax is screwed, man. He just can't keep up with it. And, oh, man, you gotta wonder. Imagine a few Archons adding in instead of Stalkers. Stop at 20, 25 Stalkers, start adding Archons. Colossus, maybe. Stalkers just overkill so much on Banelings, and they don't shoot very fast, so they really struggle with dealing with it. And Reynor says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's going to go 6 more Ravagers. That's right, 18 Ravagers. 29 Banelings, 55 Zerglings, and a handful of Stalker Archon ain't going to defend it. The way he attacks around a corner here, this is not a good spot to attack. A Disruptor lands a massive shot. Reynor continuing to try and attack around, but his spreadies are so good. His spreadies are so good that it doesn't even matter. Zerglings clean up all that jazz, and it looks like the Ravager's going to move in towards the natural. Banelings still ready to try and jump on this. Not that there's anything Banelings are particularly good against. And MaxPax has got to be shaking his head at disappointment going, did I seriously just die to that? A bloody 10-minute wave 2 of 3 base Baneling Ravager? Oh, well played though, Reynor. Reynor knows how to get the win. That's all that matters. We get another chance to see him roll random. All right, it's tied up 1 map apiece. And up there in the top right, Psystorm's MaxPax on Altitude, a big boy map. Would be pretty good for Zerg. Would be terrible if you're Terran. Reynor, representing Basilisk, sporting his Terran in the bottom left of altitude, guys. And I think it's safe to say it's going to be a tough one. Maybe Reynor can play like Spirit, right? So Spirit actually likes this map. And what's good about it is the player who attacks and does a lot of multi-prong can utilize the big area of the map. Big spread between the bases. You can multi-prong, you can backstab, you can pick them apart. Problem, as a Terran, you usually rely on keeping a Protoss honest. And how do you do that? You push hard, you push fast, keep the pressure on, and pushing hard and fast across this giant frozen expanse of a map. Look at how far it is to get across this map, man. It is a gigantic map. It takes a long time to get across that map. So any push a Terran does, the Protoss has plenty of time to respond, to position, to get out in front of it and slow the push down. The opposite map would be last season's Moondance, a map where you see the push move out, it's already sieged at your third base before you even warp in around units, and you're like, seriously? Oh my god, it is so hard to stop those pushes. So, that being said, if you can get a good economy up as Reynor and then just basically do lots of multi-prong, biomine, outposition him, maybe when MaxPax moves across the map, you dive in with a Doom Drop. These are all good plays, and Reynor's playing very sneaky. He's not letting the scout in, so Reynor has not scouted. And it looks like he's just going to do a 1-Rax expand. He's even pulling off gas, so he's changed his mind about his build order here. He took gas, and then he's like, maybe I don't actually want to build gas things yet. And he's going to go CC on the high ground. He's then going to build a reactor on the barracks. So I guess he did need gas to build the reactor. And behind this, just a solid standard expand build for MaxPax Cybercore before Nexus. Same as he always does. But seeing a wall off and a Marine, now that's really bizarre. You've got to question what he's up to. But wait, why is he putting the command center there? Guys. Wait. What Reynor might be doing, he might float the command center over here, transfer workers, and sneaky mine while pretending he's on one base. Would he dare? Because otherwise, why does he put it all the way up there? It could just be to build it far away from the ramp, because obviously this one could get scouted. I don't know. The 3 command center build, this is super duper greedy for Reynor. Meanwhile, MaxPax scouring the entire map with a probe in the depth. So he's playing super safe. It's going to be a nice open. This is how you play random, guys. Screw with your opponent's head. Deny information and keep him guessing about what's going on. MaxPax doesn't know if this is just a 1-1-1. He's like, is this just a 1-base Marine tank all in? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, how much does he respect Reynor here? How much does he think Reynor is willing to just do crazy cheeses? How safe is he willing to play against him? I don't know. Second barracks going down there as well. Of course, Reynor's going multiple barracks before Starport. Big fan of Oliveira and how he played at Katowice. He was doing this build a lot. Adept can't see that command center unless it lets the shade finish, which means you'd be sacrificing the Adept. This command center is making into an orbital. Let's rally back to that main. Back on 3 workers on gas at the moment, dropping more mules, building more SCVs. And it looks like these Marines will be moving out, and that command center will get spotted. Oh, you know what's adorable, though? He's going to show him the unupgraded command center. Oh, this is so genius! Because now MaxPax is like, that's a pretty late command center, dude. Whoa, there must be some Widowmine drop coming with an armory or something. So MaxPax is going like Robo, 3-gate. He's going to go 4-gate Robo on 2 base because he thinks, well, there must be something highly aggressive. But, oh, he gets in. But does he see it? He doesn't see the... Okay, he does see the command center. He barely sees the command center. MaxPax at least knows what's happening now. There is a Cyclone on the way. SCVs will take out the... will take out the Adept. Looks like it just got a single SCV. And now you know what you're up against as MaxPax. You're up against a 3CC build, 3 command centers. And there's a Cyclone, a pack of Marines defending. 4-gate Blink could be very deadly against this, but because he's been so greedy so early, Reynor has an abundance of units. 3rd barracks is on the way, 2nd gas as well. That main base nice and oversaturated as he rallies into that natural. Adept's continuing to scout. Does MaxPax just go all out on the 4-gate Blink? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he wants to take a 3rd. He's actually making a Dark Shrine. Huh, interesting. So he feels like Reynor's going to be skimping on his scouting. Oh, the Marines move out to get the Adept. 3 Stalkers come out and punish them. Cyclone manual lock? No manual lock on there for Reynor. But there's Blink anyway, so even if he did manually lock on the high-value Stalker, that would have not gone too well. Second Adept does die, but 4 Marines go down for it. So overall, good trades there for MaxPax. Looks like MaxPax, no third base just yet. He's going super hard on the 2 base, which turns this into survival simulator. But with no turrets up yet for safety, I very much worry for Reynor. He has no information about what's happening out there other than this Stalker pressure. Does he read from that Stalker pressure being a little light on the numbers that there could be a Dark Shrine? That's the only tell. It's either that or, hey, I'm just choosing to play really safe. He's got 3 orbitals, and he has 1 scan available, another one about to tick over as well. Dark Shrine's ready. Stalker's just warped in. He's going for a Stalker drop. There is a Cyclone and a big pack of bio. Stim's almost ready. +1 is on the way. Cyclone doing a lot of damage to that Warp Prism, but MaxPax with some good blinky blinks does pull back for now. Starport's on the way, like we said before. Factory should be building a reactor for it so we can do the swappy swap. Siege Tank's going to come in here on the natural. That's going to punish any deep move forward. Cyclone does fall. MaxPax has got such good blink control. He loses a Stalker for that Cyclone. It still doesn't have a third, remember, guys. The Prism is making DTs. He's sending one in the natural, one in the main. Oh, the turrets are building. He somehow has guessed here. He's building a turret in the main at least. And here we go. Dark Templar in both bases at once. Scans the natural. That tank does survive. The DT goes down. Dark Templar in the main takes out a missile turret. He's going to do okay, but no, he's not. He's going to go down as well. The Dark Templar have only killed 2 SCVs. And Reynor with the 3 command center builds surviving. MaxPax trying to get highly aggressive, underestimating his defensive prowess. And turrets are now building 1 in each base. He's trying to go more Dark Templar as well as a 3rd base. What I'd love to see from MaxPax, I mean, I was going to say Disruptors, but Reynor's strength is his micro. He dodges Disruptors so easily. Oh, I don't know. What do you do? Keep on looking at harass. Looks like a DT walked in again. He's going to get 2 SCV kills, but only 2. The turret goes down. The Stalker micro is good. He picks off the bunker, but he loses a Stalker, almost loses a second one. Dark Templar got dropped in the main. Looks like a scan went down. It maybe killed 1 or 2 Marines, but it died. If he moves forward, he could even kill the Warp Prism from there. MaxPax playing very, very dangerous with these DTs. He is wasting a lot of scans, though. He's keeping Reynor pinned, and Colossus Tech charge is on the way. More Stalkers warping in on the front. He's got to stop making Stalkers. That's 16 Stalkers on the front line, guys. Dark Templar does go down. Trades for a single Marine and a scan. Questionable trade. It's a lot of minerals the Terran's losing, but what have you got behind this? I mean, 16 Stalkers, that's it, right? These Stalkers need to slow the push down. Reynor's only got 2 medevacs, so every stim's going to be costly. Good micro with the Prism. Oh, very good blink backs, and the stim does finally wear off. The army heavily damaged for Reynor. How much does he commit to this? He's got 2 more medevacs, 4th and 5th barracks. His 3rd command center is up. His worker count looks completely fine. 56 versus 67. It's just the deeper he goes in the game against a god like MaxPax, I don't know. For those who don't know, this was played just this last week. So, you know, this is actually right after MaxPax won Pigfest. This is right after MaxPax just, you know, he beat Hero, Maru, Clem, Ragnarok, some of the best players in the world. So for Reynor to potentially beat him with Terran would be epic if he could do it. And even though I think he's a little ahead right now in terms of like sheer momentum, Stalkers are not the best bang for buck unit. The DTs can keep distracting. Very nice move there. It's actually a Zealot drop. He needs Colossus though. I think his first one's out. He picks off a Widow Mine. The other one does come forward though. And Reynor goes for the Doom drop. That's exactly what you want to do on this map. Look at that. Army's way off to the top left of our screen. He repositions into the main. Pylon does go down. He's going to stim. Gets the Forge. Yeah, you get the Forge, get out would be an okay play. There's a lot of Stalkers, actually. He can't really get out. He spreads against the Colossus. He's going to have to take a bit of a trade here and then just fly the medevacs out. This looks like a decent fight for MaxPax. A very good fight, in fact. But his Stalkers aren't blinking forward. They'd already used all their blinks defensively. Looks like a Widow Mine drop did go down in that base. 4 probes did fall. Bunch of Stalkers are left behind in the main base here for MaxPax. You can see their control groups over there if you want to see it. We've got an army. We've got a pack of Zealot, Stalker, Sentry here on this control group, and the Warp Prism. Oh, no! He flies the Maxi Taxi into the Widow Mine turret combo. He's only going to get 2 SCVs for a big mineral commitment, guys. 250 minerals for the Warp Prism and 400 for the Zealots inside. That is 650 minerals for only 100. Very bad trade there. Do we have battle report on? Accidental instant rewind, guys. We're just gonna run with it. Sorry, guys. I thought they would have hosted this one on the mod that allows the battle report to pop up. Looks like they didn't. Instant rewind. Whoa, breaking the immersion. Apologies, guys. That's like the second time I've done that recently. It's the same hotkey to skip back in a replay, which I like to use for analysis. As it is with combined with shift for the battle report if you're using like Observer++ or something like that, one of those mods when you host the game. Fourth Nexus is in the top left side of the map. If you guys, a little bit asked about my overlay here, this is the Game Heart interface. By the way, it's like a real old interface. I don't know where to find it these days. I really like it though. A couple of Widow Mines do get picked off, and those Stalkers are pulling to the backside. Very nice. Blinking away. We've got Zealot Runbys coming in. Up to 2 Colossus. They've got extended Thermal Lance. But he's lost his Forge earlier and hasn't replaced his upgrades. That double drop waiting for the perfect time. This is exactly how you play this map. Remember what I said at the start. It's all about attacking in multiple areas with Biomine, catching your opponent out of position, using the size of the map to your advantage. The Dark Temple and the Zealot's doing okay there. Reynor's going to back off on the left side, takes the Nexus, takes 6 probes, picks up, keeps moving around. Remember, he's a fast lad. He's going to block that base from being retaken. Drop moves into the back of the natural. Zealots ain't going to deal with that very easily. And even those Stalkers running in will get taken out by the Marauders. They blink back to the battery. Zealot Stalker dealing with it eventually. But back to 3 bases is a huge, huge issue. Because remember, there's a 4th command center on the way. And even before that 4th command center started, Reynor was already making masses of units. Looks like the Stalker Zealot finally deals with this, but Reynor keeping himself busy and active. Double Widowmine drop in behind the 3rd base. Those guys might overkill a little bit. Oh, man, big hits there. I think it was about 7 kills between them, plus all the probes that just went down to the double drop. Down to 47 workers right now. MaxPax fell behind a little bit, and when you fall behind on altitude, it really, really hurts because suddenly they've got a bigger army, and look at how much room they have to pull you apart. How are you going to ever secure that base? It's so bloody difficult. MaxPax, 3 Colossus, 10 Zealots, 1 Archon, a Dark Templar, 17 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries. The Dark Templar will move down across the map, but look at this. I don't think, even if you grab your whole army and go for a big all-in push, Reynor can just base trade you, and it's the objectively best call for him to do. He's going to pick up and drop in the main, almost loses a medevac. Ooh, okay. And hanging around at home is MaxPax, splitting his army right now. Looks like MaxPax is trying to wait for Reynor to take a bad fight. But Reynor sees no 4th base. So he's like, well, okay, I'll start adding ghosts. I've got +2 weapons on the way. You know, he's adding all those little things. I also love that with a single engineering bay, he's going +2 attack. It's the most important upgrade anyway. Far too many Terran players obsess over upgrades being too expensive and just refuse. They refuse to make their 2-2 because they're like, I need the 2nd engineering bay and to make +2 armor at the same time. And it's like, dude, just get +2 attack. It's way more important. Gumio is a big proponent of actually going +3 weapons before even getting +2 armor. So he just single eBay is like 1-1, +2, +3, and then starts his +2 armor upgrade, which I think is a really nice way of doing it. Saves you a bit of cash in the immediate term, and you still get those high priority upgrades actually quicker than most people that play double engineering bay. 4th command center is on the way. No, that's a 5th command center for Reynor right now. Raider's up 30 supply versus MaxPax. MaxPax cannot be happy. He's got a lot of Archons. But now that the Ghosts are adding in, they do counter Archons super hard. He sees a Doom Drop coming towards his main with his pylon, so he recalls half of his army. But Reynor immediately changes tack. He scans, he sees the recall. He's dropping on the low ground. He's coming in here. There's an Archon in the Prism in the middle of the map. He catches him. He stims a lot of his army there, so that's kind of expensive. He's got 8 medevacs though. And that army getting ready to either flank, or if he pulls MaxPax here, those guys are just going to slip into the natural. I think he's going to slip in the natural. Oh, big push here from Reynor. He's got to start to step those guys out of there. He's trying to just keep distracting MaxPax. He's trying to just take the fight. He's going for the sandwich. Reynor goes for the sandwich. He knows he has the numbers advantage. He does focus down one of the Colossus, but he moves into Archon Zealot to do so. Reynor kind of forces the issue a little bit. This is a very Zerg-style engagement, but that's it, man. That is it. He breaks the army. It's a 3-base Protoss versus a 4-base Terran. He'd already done so much damage with the previous drops. And Reynor there with a very sneaky, creative build. And that is how you win with random. You hide information, you trick them, you pull something sneaky off, and then you do whatever the heck you can do. Whatever's in your skill set, even if you're borrowing it from your main race. Coming from 2 sides, overwhelm. Reynor got the win. GG, well played. So guys, I think we might have that random champion coming up sometime soon, even if it's in a weekly cup to start. Now, full disclaimer, this was the semifinals. Right after this, he played Clem in the finals and lost a bunch of TVTs. Yeah, so sorry, it actually wasn't TVTs. Right after this, you can see he actually beat Clem game 1 on Gressman in the finals. Then he lost to PVT, lost to PVT, lost to Zerg versus Terran. He actually didn't get TVT, but Clem, of course, is an absolute beast. Either way, I'm still bloody excited to see what he brought out here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy other fun games of players playing StarCraft a little bit differently and breaking the meta, check out one of these videos on screen, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and good night.